What's going on, guys? It's Owen from No BS Talk, and I'm hitting you guys today with a little midweek update, just to go over some of the series that finished up today. Just honestly had a lot of thoughts, and I thought, why not? Let's make another video. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. So starting off with San Diego at Pittsburgh, San Diego managed to win that series 2-1. So now these are two teams who really not sure quite what to make out of them yet. It's really too early to tell. Obviously, the Pirates aren't really a team with too high of expectations going into the season. I am seeing some improvement, however, in run production. It's been a little streaky, but I mean, definitely an improvement over last year. I mean, it's good to see Paul Skeens get some run support in his outing this week. Took care of Baltimore pretty well last week. Um, we are seeing good production of the bullpen as well. And we're seeing some of these guys in this rotation outside of Paul Skeens do well too. So I mean, like last week, Mitch Keller only gave up 2 in 6 innings in their win over the Orioles, and then another out Braxton Ashcraft again against the Orioles went 6 innings with only 1 earned run. And then on the offensive side, I mean, I think we're seeing hope for the start of what's going to be a really good lineup in the future. I mean, obviously Ryan O'Hearn's looked really good so far. O'Neal Cruz is having a great start to the season. And then obviously we're all super excited about Connor Griffin. But not necessarily a team that I expect to contend this year. However, I mean, the wild card is really open in the NL this year, so we'll see what happens there. Looking at the Padres now, I mean, this is a team I think that's a little bit more in the running this year for the wild card. And we definitely kind of need to see how the season pans out for them. I am pretty concerned about their offense, though. I mean, I think there's a lot of guys heading towards the backside of their career. Tatis doesn't really seem to stay healthy. I mean, knock on wood. But I mean, I think we're already starting to see some of these guys like Bogarts and Machado really underperform on the offensive side of things. And I think we might continue to see this over the course of the season. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this team hits under 250 as a team this year, maybe even under 240. But I mean, on a positive note, I mean, the bullpens look really good so far. I'm a little worried about the rotation. I mean, outside of Randy Vasquez and Yerman Marquez, who had one good outing so far, I mean, the rest of this rotation is really struggling. So, I mean, especially at this point of the year, I mean, you'd like to see, the rotation look a little bit better if you are going to contend for a wild card over the course of the season. But like I said, I mean, two teams, not quite sure what to make out of them yet. It's a little too early to tell. Moving on to Los Angeles Dodgers at Toronto Blue Jays. Dodgers obviously handled that series pretty well. Not much to say about the Dodgers. I mean, the staff looks really good. The bullpen's holding their own. And then obviously, I mean, that offense has been on fire. They're probably going to be ahead of the NL the whole year this year. But I mean, I think one of the scariest things though is, I mean, some of these guys have been doing serious damage early on this year aren't even like the highest paid stars on the team. I mean, Andy Paz has absolutely been on fire. I mean, Dalton Rushing, their backup catcher, has 3 home runs already. And I mean, that's not even to say that the rest of the team's looking bad. I mean, Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker, Teoscar Hernandez are all hitting around 270 or higher. So, I mean, obviously this offense is going to absolutely dominate this year. Now, with the Blue Jays, obviously not the start to the season I think that they were hoping. Um, Definitely struggling, but I'm gonna refrain from really making any judgments on these guys so far. I think it's too early, and I think they're gonna be okay. Obviously, getting swept by the White Sox was not a good look for them, but I think this offense will start to heat up a little bit. I also think that they have a great pitching staff this year. I mean, obviously, Kevin Gausman has been lights out. Um, and we've gotten some good outings from others in that rotation. I mean, my biggest worry right now is the bullpen. They seem to be really struggling right now, but again, I mean, no run support doesn't help either. So, but like I said, I'm refraining from judgment right now. We're gonna see how the season pans out for the Blue Jays. Moving on to Chicago and Tampa Bay. I mean, not a whole lot to say about these guys. I mean, I think these are two teams that ultimately are probably going to finish bottom 2 in their division. I mean, Tampa Bay, I mean, I'd really want to say, I mean, no offense, I think they're going to finish last. I think Boston's going to figure it out. I think Baltimore's a little bit better than people think. And then same with the Blue Jays. Obviously, I think they're going to figure it out as well. I mean, we're already seeing um, Tampa Bay drop a little bit just in the 3 games. They're, in second place heading into the week. Drop behind Baltimore after this first 3-game series of the week. Tied with Toronto right now. Boston got a series W against the Milwaukee Brewers. So I think we'll start to see that division I think the Rays will kind of get pushed to the bottom there. And the Chicago Cubs, obviously, I mean, in last place right now. Pretty competitive division. I think Pittsburgh and St. Louis are much better teams than the Cubs are this year. So that's pretty much all I'm going to really touch on with those guys. just for sake of time here. Moving on to Philadelphia Phillies at San Francisco. Obviously, Phillies took a loss in that series, um, winning San Francisco winning it 2-1. Again, I wouldn't panic on the Phillies yet. I mean, they won 2 series before losing to the Giants in this series to open it up this week. The offense will heat up. There's too many dudes on that roster. I think, but for the most part, the rotation is solid. I mean, I like what I'm seeing out of Christopher Sanchez, even though he got banged up a little bit against the Giants. I am really, really worried about their bullpen. I will say that, and I will say I think the Phillies go as far as their bullpen takes them. I mean, their offense is their offense. It will be streaky at times, but for the most part, they're going to do damage this year. But this bullpen is really concerning, in my opinion. So we'll see how that pans out for them. But like I said, I think it's too early to panic on the Phillies yet. But obviously a 6-6 start's not what you're looking for. But then again, right, we weren't expecting Miami to play like how they are right now. And honestly, I think the Braves are probably the best team in that division right now. I really like what I'm seeing out of their offense. Obviously, that series hasn't finished up yet. So I'll wait and talk about that on Monday's weekly update. But moving on to the Giants, this is another team that's really hard to gauge right now. I think I'm leaning towards the side of this is not going to be a good baseball team this year. They're incredibly inconsistent. It's interesting because you see the potential that especially this lineup can have. It's really good. I mean, they can put up runs. There's a lot of talent, a lot of young talent as well. But I think ultimately there's too many clubhouse issues. They have a new manager this year. And unfortunately, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants finish last. I mean, obviously the Colorado Rockies are playing a little better than expected right now. I mean, I think they're the only team. I mean, we'll see how the season pans out, but I mean, I think the rest of the teams in that division are going to be consistently better than the Giants this year. And even like, I mean, you'd think, I mean, the rotation on paper looks good, but I mean, we don't know we're going to get out of Webb. We don't know where we're going to get out of Landon Roop. Robbie Ray, I mean, I think will be consistent for the most part. But then again, it's like, are they going to get run support? You know, I mean, you don't know if the Giants can put up 8 runs or if they're going to put up 0. So we'll see how the season pans out for them. Again, it's super early in the year. We're only on our second week. So big series. Moving on to Milwaukee at Boston. So Boston Red Sox managed to take that series, which obviously against probably one of the top 3 teams in the National League, at least expected to be. I think this is a really big series win for the Red Sox. Obviously, they started off really slow. They're struggling. Still sitting in last place in their division at 4-8. But this is an offense that is going to heat up. There's too much young talent. Rotation is a little bit shaky, and that was one of the things I really wanted to work on. Obviously, they ended up signing whoever that was, Framber Valdez, in the off season. Oh shit, I think it was Framber. Obviously, he hasn't been great to start so far. But we'll see. I mean, bullpen's been okay. But I think this offense definitely needs to heat up. But I think for the most part, Boston's going to be okay this year. I think they're going to be competitive. Milwaukee, I mean, so what? They lost a series. They're still going to be one of the best teams in the National League. I will say, though, I think this division is going to be far more competitive than they think. I think the Cincinnati Reds are super legit this year. And they're another team who hasn't finished up their series right now. But right now, the Reds are sitting in first place. And that rotation is really, really good. And I don't think people are talking about enough how good the Reds rotation is this year. But like I said, they haven't finished up their series, so we'll hit more on the Cincinnati Reds in our weekly MLB update that comes out on Monday morning. Atlanta, LA. I don't have a lot on these guys. I mean, I think, like I said, I think the Braves are really freaking good this year. I think that offense, I think they might have the second best offense in the National League outside of LA. And then Los Angeles Angels. I mean, they look a little better this year. You know, I'm hoping that Mike Trout can kind of get back to his old self and have another Mike Trout caliber year. But other than that, I mean, Los Angeles Angels aren't going to be a team that's really competitive. You know, Braves took care of business. They did lose the first game of that series on Monday, but I mean, so what? Atlanta is going to be okay, sitting at first place in their division. Kansas City and Cleveland. Not a lot. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, Cleveland looks really freaking good right now, actually. And they're a team that I expected to underperform going into this year. And I'm a little surprised about the start they're having. Nothing against him. But, I mean, you look at what this team's doing. I mean, Gavin Williams looks really good. He's got a 2.04 ERA through 17.2 innings pitched. Parker Messick has been lights out. He's got a 0.82 ERA through 11 innings pitched, and then Joey Cantillo looks good, Tanner Beebe looks good. So this rotation definitely doing good. I mean, and you got some guys out of the pen. You got Peyton Pilati and then Sean Armstrong, both looking pretty strong out of the bullpen. Definitely a few guys that have struggled so far. But then you take a look at their offense, and I mean, a lot of good things going on. I mean, shout out Chase DeLauder in his first year as a starter in the league. I mean, he's looking really good. Um, Not necessarily one person standing out, but I mean, this whole team's hitting around 250, outside of Jose Ramirez, but Jose Ramirez is going to heat up at some point this year. I'm excited to see how this team does. Too early to tell if they're going to be like a serious playoff contender. I mean, I will say though, looking how the rest of the division is looking, I think that Cleveland could run away with this. I don't think in the end of the day, Minnesota's really going to be competitive, even though they have taken care of business so far in a few of their series. And we'll get into the Detroit Tigers, but I'm a little worried about the Detroit Tigers in there this year. So I think this very well could be the Cleveland Guardians division. But moving on to the next series here. We got St. Louis and Washington. I'm not going to touch on these guys too much. I mean, these are two teams that I think are going to be pretty irrelevant this year. So I mean, obviously St. Louis. I mean, they're 7-5 right now. But like I said, it's a really good division. I think Cincinnati Reds and Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, I think we're going to see these two really compete for first place in this division. And then, I mean, I don't think St. Louis is going to necessarily put up a good enough season to really be competitive for the wild card. I think we're going to see some other teams such as Arizona, such as San Diego, such as the New York Mets, such as the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I mean, you got teams that I think are overall better than the Seattle or the St. Louis Cardinals. So I will say though, shout out James Wood. He's having a hell of a week so far. He's hitting well above 500 so far this week. He's got a couple home runs, but that's all I got on that. But moving on, this is a big one. So Seattle at Texas. Seattle gets swept by the Texas Rangers. So this is tough for me because I really liked Seattle going into the season. But realizing I actually didn't pull up my notes on these guys. Bear with me real quick. Let me just pull up my notes on these guys. I mean, obviously with Seattle, so I'm gonna refrain from worrying right now. Even though this has been a terrible start, they're 4-9 right now. I am not going to panic on these guys yet. And the only reason is this rotation is absolutely dominant. I mean, Brian Wu looking really good. George Kirby looking really good, and Logan Gilbert all looking really good. I mean, Logan Gilbert absolutely shoved the other night, and they still lost the game because they scored one run. But Emerson Hancock is absolutely shoving right now. I mean, Luis Castillo shoving. I mean, all around this rotation, they might have the best rotation in the MLB right now, and they're getting. I mean, their bullpen is freaking solid. I mean, the highest ERA on their bullpen is a 3.6. So pitching staff is phenomenal. And this is a pitching staff that you look at and you're like, how does this pitching staff not win a World Series, right? But then you go over and you look at the offensive side of things, and there is, other than Brendan Donovan, who is hitting 316 right now, there is nobody hitting over 250. Oh, Young's hitting 261, I guess. But I mean, supposedly your three best hitters, Josh Naylor, Julio Rodriguez, and Cal Raleigh, are all hitting sub 200. So, I mean, that's really not what you want to see. I really want to say this lineup's going to heat up. And that's why I'm not worrying yet. All right. I think this lineup will heat up. And like I said, they got probably one of the best pitching staffs in the in all of Major League Baseball. So don't don't worry yet. Obviously, not the start you want to see. You don't want to see your three best hitters hitting under 200. But I mean, Josh Naylor 104, hitting 104 right now. I mean, not what you want to see. But we'll see how the season pans out. It's really early. But shout out Brandon Donovan. That was a huge. I mean, I knew that was a huge signing for them in the offseason, or a trade. I guess they got him in a trade last year, but huge pickup for him. But moving on, just a couple more here to go through. Houston at Colorado. Colorado goes and sweeps Houston. I mean, Houston got, a good week in, or 4 days or 5 days, however long in first place. I knew that wasn't going to last. Houston is not going to be a team that contends this year. I mean, some good things on the offensive side. I mean, Alvarez is having a good start to the season. I mean, Jose Altuve is still proven that he's one of the best in the league. But this is interesting, though. I mean, Colorado Rockies are obviously playing pretty well right now. I mean, they're still 500, but they're winning some games. I mean, they win the series against Toronto, right? They sweep Houston. I mean, seeing some good things out of that team, but I think that's more just to show. I mean, the team's gotten better, and I think this year, not a year they're going to compete, but I will be excited to see the Rockies play maybe 2 years from now. Um, And then probably, White Sox series. White Sox are going to be mid this year. Exciting start to the year, obviously, but overall going to be a pretty mid team. But the last series here I really want to touch is Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit is one of those teams that I am a little worried about. Um, Obviously a team that was very competitive last year. Made it to the playoffs, but this year there's a lot of things that obviously this offense is not looking very good at all. Outside of maybe Colt Keith, who's looked really good, he's hitting 351 right now. Nobody on this offense is doing anything, and I really don't see this offense heating up a little bit. Maybe Riley Green heats up this year. I've never been a fan of Gleyber Torres, Kevin McGonigal. He's hitting 292 right now. He's doing pretty good, but just don't see this offense getting it done. And then you look at the pitching stuff, and outside of Tarek Skubal, he's got no backup right now. Casey Miz is really not good. Jack Flattery, not great. You'd think Framer Valdez would be a little bit better. I'm hoping he manages to have a little bit of a better rest of the season than he has to start, but I'm very worried about the Detroit Tigers. So again, it's early and I don't want to like hit the panic button on them yet, but I could really see the Detroit Tigers not winning their division. I could see them not even making the playoffs this year. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for my midweek update. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe or whatever. So, thanks, guys.